And for a regular visit with psychologist Dr. Ganz Ferrance joining us on the noon program today. It's not that we're actually in therapy, we're just all trying to find ways to get through our day better. Is that fair?
There you go.
Okay. You want to talk about language today and just sort of, how we speak sort of determines our attitude? Is that...
Well, yeah, pretty much. The words we speak and also the manner in which we speak them really does have an effect on us, and not just on us, but also on sort of the results we get from the environment, from the people that we interact with.
Okay, I need a concrete example just to give me an idea what you're talking about.
Okay, for example, being aggressive, for example, we've probably all run into people who are really aggressive, and they can get what they want out of life, but in the meantime, they leave this path of destruction in their wake, and they may get the short-term benefit from it, but they don't get the long-term result, which is, better relationships, better intimacy with those around them, and cooperation from others.
Sweet instead of sour get you
well,
more.
yeah. What is it? Attract more flies with honey than vinegar, right?
Yeah,
not that you want flies, but
whatever. Okay, so there's aggressive, but there's also passive. That can also be just as harmful to a person as the aggressive, just obviously in a different way.
Right. It's on the opposite end of the continuum. What that is somebody who allows other people to get their needs met or their wants and desires fulfilled at their own expense. So, and the idea there is that people do this because they think at some point later on in time, this person that they've now helped to fulfill their needs at your expense or their expense is going to somehow bless them with whatever they need. And it never happens.
Almost like the wishful thinking kind
absolutely,
of an idea, right?
Yeah.
So what's the best way to go?
Well, in my books, the best way to go is be assertive. And what that is knowing where your boundaries are, so you know what it is you need, and being able to take responsibility for that, ask for that directly, and be active in creating that in your life, while at the same time not getting in anyone else's way of doing the same thing for themselves.
Okay, so we're talking a little bit about what kind of language we use, but that's really a symptom of our attitude. Is that not fair?
Absolutely.
So to change it, language is the avenue, it seems like.
Yeah, both. I mean, you can think about it and kind of come up with different ideas and say, okay, well, I'm going to try this new way of being, but then you have to practice it. So you do have to do something active in that whole process, and that would be using different language and being, practicing assertiveness, practicing to take care of yourself, practicing good, healthy boundaries. The payoff is not only will we feel better internally, physiologically, but also in our relationships, but we will also clear out of our lives people who are not supportive to our growth and success, and leave room for more people and more things that are successful to come into our lives. Now,
the word success popped up a couple of times in the last two sentences. This is one avenue to success?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty major one, right? It's one of many avenues to success, but to my mind, success starts on the inside, and it's not something you do because you have a successful job or you have a high salary or anything like that, because we all know of people who have made a lot of money, but then they may be unhappy, or they may be unhealthy, or they may not have great relationships. So success is multifaceted. It's more holistic.
It's hard to say that aggression has no place or the manipulation has no place, though, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't see a good place for it.
Because I use both of them all the time. No.
I have in the past as well.
But you do. There's got to be a lot of self-analyzing with this, right?
Well, if you think about assertiveness, because assertiveness, depending on the situation, you can be very strongly assertive, right?
Sure.
You understand what I mean?
Bordering on aggressive, but...
Right, exactly. But it has to do with the purpose for it and what the desired outcome is. If somebody is being, totally abusive to you or whatever, assertiveness would say, remove yourself from that situation, or fight back, or do whatever you need to do to protect yourself. And on the outside, if you look at that behavior just in isolation, yes, it might look aggressive, but understanding where it's coming from, what the purpose is, it's for assertiveness.
Good points. If you want to learn some more, Dr. Ganz Ferrance is holding a workshop. It's called Realize Your Potential from the Inside Out. It happens Saturday, May 26th, being held at the Sutton Place Hotel. Now, the cost is $199, but if you're really assertive, perhaps you'll drop it. I guess we'll find out. More information, we got you covered.ca. Also, if you want to speak to a Ferrance Group team member, you can call 428-LIFE or visit apsilife.com for more information. Thanks. Nice.